to another lawn clippings video by Lawn Fawn. Today we are using Turkey Day, Harvest Season, Schoolhouse Backdrops, and Sally's ABCs. We actually have our inspiration week that includes Sally's ABCs starting on Sunday, October 9th with lots of videos, design team samples, and giveaways. So today we're making this fun little journaling card to say what you're thankful for at Thanksgiving. And we're first going to start off with Schoolhouse Backdrops and some old paper distress ink. And we're using this Fisker stamp press because I really don't have the steadiest hand. Like, you wouldn't want me to perform your surgery. It's really not very steady. So, good thing I don't do surgery. So I'm using this press because it helps me position it without having to hold the stamp block right over because of those foam pads on it, which is awesome. So right here we're spelling out the words "so thankful." And just like our other alphabet sets, Sally's ABCs also lines up the little rectangles of each letter, line up, and you will have a perfectly lined up phrase with whatever you want to spell. So I thought "so thankful" would be a really sweet thing to put on this top of this journaling card. And we're using some brown sugar Jenny Bolin ink because the color is this great warm brown. It's just perfect for fall. I just love it. And so there, I'm just going to go stamp it right on top. I love the Schoolhouse Backdrop lines. I kind of stamped them a little wonky because I think there's something kind of fun and fall feeling about it. Also, Schoolhouse Backdrop lines for some reason just say fall to me. I just love them for fall projects. Right now I'm using the numbers from Sally's ABCs to create kind of the 10 different things that people can write down that they're thankful for. And the idea we have with the numbers here is we're kind of stamping them off, one to the right and one to the left, because they're a little too big for the lines, but I actually think that looks so cool that way. There's something about it that's just so funky, and I just adore it. So I really like it kind of stamped off, and it works perfectly with kind of the off lines too. So right now we're going to be using the 3 solid leaf stamps from Harvest Season, and we're going to do a really fun technique with some distress inks. We're using Barn Door, Spice Marmalade, and Mustard Seed. So it's yellow, orange, and red. So any yellow and orange red will work. And so the idea is you take a solid stamp and you put it in one of the colors, like this orange, and then you just take the edges and put some red on it so you can see it there. And when you stamp it, it's kind of splotchy, but the great thing about distress inks is the way that they're formulated, it evens out in the end, and the colors just blend together in this beautiful way. So right now I'm just going ahead and doing yellow and orange, yellow and red, orange and red, just going back and forth. And I stamped the top and the bottom of this journaling card for a really fun fall look. Now this white paper is way too bright for fall and we need to warm it up. So I'm using some antique linen distress ink with a foaming blending tool and just giving it that kind of aged look. And now I'm using some vintage photo just around the edges to give it kind of that burnt look and also to define it, because we're going to put it on some great pattern paper by Amy Tangerine's new line with American Crafts, which I just love and I think works really great for fall projects. So that dark edge around the side just helps it pop off that pattern paper. So we're just going to adhere that down for this great little, little journaling thank you card that's perfect for scrapbook pages or for saying what you're thankful for at Thanksgiving. And so now the next thing we're going to do is create a fun little envelope for these cards. And this is a 6x6 piece of pattern paper, and I'm going to be scoring it at 2 1/8 and 2 5/8. I kind of just made up the numbers because this is the Martha Stewart scoring board, but she didn't give me numbers for the 6x6, and it ended up working out. So, thanks, Martha. So this board is really great for scoring and for creating things like this envelope. And the reason we're creating the envelope is to be able to hold these little journaling cards. Right there, I'm just cutting out the little notch where all of the score lines meet up so this can be easily folded. So this envelope is going to hold the journaling cards, and I love the idea of including this little envelope with journaling cards and a gift to your neighbors. Say you were going to bring them pumpkin bread or some kind of Thanksgiving treat. You can include this with it, and they would have little thankful cards for their family to fill out, which I think the idea is just so sweet, and hopefully they would keep them and put them in a photo album or a scrapbook page too, so you could have everybody's what they're thankful for. Right here we're just putting some adhesive along the sides of the bottom of those left and right triangles just to create the envelope there. And I love that orange wood grain on the inside of this paper, and it coordinates perfectly with our little thankful card. If you saw there, that thankful is misspelled. I made a big mistake, filmed the whole video, was editing it, still didn't realize, finally looked at it and saw that I'd spelled it without a K. So I went back through and did it correctly. Right now we're using the same technique that we did before, where we're stamping in the different distress inks with a solid leaf stamp from Harvest season. And I'm just going around this whole envelope right now with the same idea, using different leaves, yellow and orange, orange and red, yellow and red, getting all these fun different shades of fall leaf, and I'm just stamping them over each other for it to really look like a pile of leaves on there, which looks really great. It really makes this paper look more fall. Now we're using Turkey Day, and we're stamping out this really fun turkey from it. Also, as you can see on the left there, I cut apart the sentiment so it could be long, and I'm going to stamp that out later too. And right now we're just doing some really fast Copic coloring using red, orange, and yellow, the way the leaves are, and just putting some brown at the bottom to kind of blend the colors so they look a little bit less bright. And just glued the turkey on and stamped out Happy Turkey Day, and then you can see how perfectly these little thankful cards fit in. And just make as many as your family or your friend's family needs. So thank you so much for watching, and have an amazing day. Bye!